Today, Kris and I are putting on our metal hats to check out 5 X-shaped guitars.
Hey everyone, Kris here.
And my name is Guillaume. Welcome to Thomann's Guitars and Basses and to today's absolute chugfest of a video where we...
Sorry.
No, but that's on point. That's on point. That's part of the program for today where we're going to be checking out 5 different flavors of X-shaped instruments. That take after that shape that we know and love. Well, almost. That's not even that exact shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually.
Like, this is the closest.
This is the closest
This is something
we got.
that I think legally is also fair enough to call an Explorer, even though it's not really an Explorer.
Trademarks. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's complicated. But this is the Epiphone Xtura, which has a very similar shape to the original, of course, with the extended neck, 24 frets, etc. Small changes, but this is the closest to the OG, and this is Gibson/Epiphone's most modern.
Yeah. So that was part of the thing. Like the reason why we don't have the Gibson Explorer, which really kickstarted that whole shape of guitar, is because we're focusing on really metal-oriented, metal-dedicated instruments. Otherwise, it's just any guitar with 2 humbuckers, and even that's debatable.
Yeah, P90.
So we're looking at
chugs if you want to. Yeah.
We're looking at things that are meant to be aggressively metal.
Yeah, like if you'd be covered with fake blood, would fit you.
Exactly.
It's a kind of
Speaking,
look.
no.
One even has the right color.
That's true.
That is like
So we have the Epiphone. We have the which one are you holding?
This one is the Jackson, Jeff Loomis. We have the LTD, the black metal.
We have the Solar
E2.6.
E2.6 plus.
Plus, because of the harder pickups.
Yes, and then we have the Schecter
E1 Evil Twin.
Evil Twin. They all have metal names. That was part of the criteria as well. We're not going to touch the neck pickups because who cares? But we have 2 pretty sick setups that we're going to run those guitars through as well. We kind of it's kind of a comparison. We're just going to play the guitars back to. But we really just wanted to chug today.
Yeah,
I think that was the main motivation behind that video. So we're going to play basically the same riff back to back on all 5 guitars through both setups for you to get an idea of tight, maybe frequency response, give you a bit of a how they feel, neck shapes, just like fret ends kind of a thing, because they're all at various price points, right? It's just like we just wanted metal guitars. Check out the links in the description to see all the specs and the price points. Also, can you tell me which riff I'm playing? Because it's on my mind. I kind of know that it's not tuned like this or whatever, and I don't know who plays it. I think it's All That Remains, but I'm not sure. If you can figure that out and leave that in the comments, that would be great. Thank you very much in advance.
And I will play every single metal song in major, maybe, if I'm brave enough. He will kill me.
I will be outside.
You start.
I will be outside of this room.
Reaction?
Huh! Do you want another one?
No, let's keep that.
First of all, it's good to chug. It's good to chug
Yeah,
a
man.
little bit.
Yeah, totally.
Second, I should mute the amp.
Neck preferences, neck thickness.
Neck preferences. Okay,
One thicker, thinner than the others.
I like the U of the Epiphone.
Okay, that's the fattest neck, right?
It's pretty flat, but it's got nice shoulders.
Okay.
And for me, for that kind of riffing, it feels really, really nice.
Okay.
So I gotta give something to the Epiphone neck. This guy.
Jackson?
Yeah, the Jackson. Okay. Just overall, the Jackson feel. The neck is fairly standard, not too big, not too slim in my opinion either.
It's on the slim side.
It's on the slimmer side,
but it doesn't feel like it's not flat here.
Yeah,
in the middle.
no, but I think it's the overall quality of it. Yeah. I think the thread edges, the way the binding works with the rest of the it feels very seamless. It was a really nice experience. Okay. So like these two were my top. There was nothing that jumped at me like being a bad neck or a bad playing instrument. I was super weirded out by this after playing all the other ones because I think that gap stole my thumb and my I had no idea where to be. I just didn't know. It did sound great. Like it's an EMG 81. It does what an EMG.
Times change though. It's interesting how like 10 years ago or 15 or even 20, every single metal guitar had, if it was active, it was EMG.
20 years ago was the 80s, Kris. Now what are you talking about?
And now it's, sure, of course. More like 40 years. La 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 la. That's gonna be modern, Fishman Fluence modern.
Yeah, same in here.
The Epiphone also has like an own voiced one for the
Prophecy series.
Prophecy. Yeah. Then this is the Blackout, Simmer Duncan Blackout signature set by Jeff Loomis. That is an EMG 81. No neck pickup and the LTD, and these are Solar Duncan Solar collaboration pickups, but like hotter output versions. That's why it's called the Plus model. Yeah. Passive, the only passive guitar here.
True.
The Solar.
True. Kudos. It was brutal as well.
Yeah.
They all delivered. Sound-wise, it's difficult for me to hear the difference because there are breaks in between the back-to-back comparisons. So I am curious to hear them in context with the video. You guys should definitely let us know what you thought. There were some differences. I felt a playing experience that was slightly different with each guitar, different levels of like tightness, different level of feedback as well. Because I'm using a noise gate in front of the amp. The 5150 is notoriously pretty noisy when that gainy.
Because it has a ton of gain.
It has a ton of gain, But the playing experience was influenced more to me than the sound difference. But I guess you guys can let us know in the comments how you felt about that.
Yeah, well. And I'll just chug away on the dual rectifier. I cannot wait. It's been 7 years for me.
Should we do the guitars in the same order?
I cannot remember what the order was. I can edit it to be in the same order.
Hey, let's go.
Very interesting. The first guitar that blew my mind, the sound, especially like how it reacts to the input, was the LTD with the EMG 81.
Sound of ages.
It's like, it's such a good metal sound. It's so tight and has the right amount of like sizzle.
Yeah.
Like very crisp, but not too like annoying or harsh or anything.
Very true.
But then the second guitar after that that I played, I'm not sure about the order, how you get to see it. We'll make sure that it makes some sort of a sense. But right after the LTD, I played the Epiphone with the Fluence Moderns.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, I like this one as well. It's just creamier, just different.
And it's funny how different they sounded in that guitar from the Schecter.
Yeah.
To me,
I mean,
like, because playing it, I couldn't pay attention.
Yeah, the Schecter had a much more aggressive sound, and the Epiphone had like a creamy.
Exactly,
like
there was a lower mid-range there. It was just higher.
It was like an axe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's like a hammer, and that's an axe.
Yeah,
we got it sorted.
Hey!
Even though they're both modern,
X's.
like Fluent's modern pickups, but just voiced slightly differently, and you can totally tell. But hey,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, pickups doesn't matter. Nothing matters except for maybe cable length.
It's
according to people.
We're still debating on that one. The jury's not quite out yet, but I did hear more tonal differences during your playing because I could focus on that, and so I have a few more things to say than after my own playing. I
try to keep it simple, no fast playing, just to have more time for the ear to, I don't know, get used to whatever is happening and to see how tight it is. I try to stick to the same position, like not too far to the front, but also not too far to the back, so it actually stops when you chug. This one is the only one with passive pickups, the Solar. Very interesting how it did not lack any output, aggression, tightness, anything. Like, it's interesting. I think it really comes down to what you prefer.
To me, that was the deeper sounding guitar. That was the lower, like kind of growly. It had like a lot of low end, a lot of on the pole muting. It's
big sound. Yeah, totally. I guess I guess it comes down to voicing or EQ, because every active pickup will have some sort of an activeness to the sound, like a very clear sound and just a bit more, I don't know, higher frequencies, presence, whatever. And passive pickups are just a little, it's passive. It just sounds overall warmer.
Just in terms of setup, I'm curious to see if your favorite guitar with the 5150 is also your favorite guitar with the Mesa, because the pickups might be interacting differently with an amp that's more traditionally scooped but boosted in, or something that's more like mean
and tight.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's got that like inherent property as well. So I think that's very interesting. It turns out to be more educational than I thought it would be, because I assumed that we were only here for the
chugs. I mean, it is essentially what just happened. But very interesting.
Favorite neck?
In terms of necks, I just wanted to say that the Epiphone, because I love big necks, and that has the most traditional feel, even though it's not a big neck.
No,
don't get me wrong, it's not like a Les Paul reissue kind of huge neck, or like the custom shop version of the Explorer, which also has a massive, like a 57, 58 kind of neck. Nope, this is much flatter, much more modern, but compared to these, it's a more traditional experience. I adore that, and it's a very fast.
No, it's a bit, because it almost starts like just a U with very flat shoulders and flat back, but then as you go up the neck, it really ends up into a C, and it's really well done. I really like that shape.
And right after the Epiphone, it's the Solar, because even though it's wider than what I'm used to, it's a more modern neck. It just feels very nice, and also actually pretty close to the Jackson.
Yeah,
there. The guitars go all over the place here. So those two, I think, shared the second place, and those two share the third, because they just all felt awesome. Like, honestly,
it
comes down to how thin and what kind of shape you are used to and you prefer. But
exactly. And then you're gonna tell us which riff I've played first, and then your pick, your order, your rankings, or just which guitar made you feel all fuzzy inside. Let us know. Let us know if you want us to do that sort of shenanigan with other shape of brutal instruments, and we'll do it.
I mean, V's and stuff,
Yep, V's. We'll do that video standing up or looking weird. Maybe even both.
I'll stand up.
All right, but take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.